Hi, my name is Melinda, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make another fun frame in Digital Scrapbook Artist. I'm also going to show you how to take any effect and apply a color to it, and also how to take any effect and apply another effect onto your original effect. So first I'm just going to go to Shape, and I'm going to click on the quick rectangle, and I'll just draw a rectangle on screen. It doesn't matter if it's filled or not, it's up to you. Next thing, I'm going to click on Text, click once on my blanks page, and I'm just going to type out the words I love you. Click on Select, and I'll just make this bigger. Now I'm just going to be making a quick frame, so if you're doing this at home you can obviously take your time, but since I'm doing it quick it's not going to be perfect. While I have this word selected, I want to actually remove the O's. But if I click on Edit or Edit Points, I'm not actually going to accomplish what I want. So while it's selected, just go down to the bottom of the screen and click on Convert to Curves. Click once off of your image, and now each letter has been separated, so you can move them around if you wanted to. I'm just going to delete this O and delete this O. In the place of the O's, I'm going to click on Shapes, and I'm going to click on the heart, and I'm just going to draw a heart over here. When I'm happy with it, I'll click on Select to close the shape, and I'm going to color fill that red, and I'm going to apply plastic number 1 to it. I'm also going to leave this selected, hold down the Control key on my keyboard, hold down my left mouse button, and just drag a copy. Once I've done that, I'm just going to make this a little bit smaller, and I'd like to apply another effect to it. This time I'd like to apply plastic number 8, and I'll just place this heart into the other heart just to give it a bit of contrast. And when I'm happy, I can select that one, and I can just drag a copy over to this side so that I can also have it just in the word where I want it to be. Once happy, I'm going to select all of this, and I'm just going to place it around here on my frame. And again, I'm going to just drag a copy all the way over here, just sort of place it anywhere I want. Drag another copy, and this time make this one a little bit smaller. And I'm going to turn it so that it goes to the sides. And then I can place it around here, maybe make this just a touch bigger. Maybe even bigger than that. Okay, so now that I'm happy with it, I'm going to drag another copy over here, and I'm just going to rotate this copy. And once it's rotated, I'm just going to move my rectangle out of the way, and I'm going to group this up. Click on Group, and then this way I can move this anytime I want it. It's there for me. Now with this rectangle, I'm also going to make another copy. I'll just place it down below. And with this one, I want to apply an effect to it. So to do that, I'm just going to go over here to the effects, and since I'm already on animals, I'll click on that, and I'll click on antelope because this one's pretty. Now one thing that you're going to notice with effects, if you want to apply a color to an effect, it's impossible to do. You can click on all of these colors, all that you want, and this is not going to change into anything. What you can do, however, is leave the image selected, go to the top of the screen and click on Tools, and then Convert to Bitmap. You'll get this new box that appears. Just leave everything the way that it is and click on OK. And when this section over here becomes transparent, when the red disappears and you get transparency, it tells you that this is now a bitmap. So if I wanted to, I can now color fill this any color that I want, and I actually want to color it red. I also want to apply an effect to it. So to do that, I'm going to go over to Plastic, and this time I'm going to apply plastic number 8 to it. So here I've basically taken an effect, colored the effect, and applied another effect onto it. It's very simple, it didn't take very long. I also want to have a heart in the center of this, but I want it to be cut out of this bitmap. So to do that, I'll click on Shapes, and then I'll click on Heart, and I'll draw myself a heart. Now I want this heart to be centered, so I'm just going to click on Select to turn off Shapes, and I'm just going to select the heart and the bitmap, and while they're both selected, I'm going up here and I'm going to click on the horizontal center, and now it automatically centers it for me. Once I'm happy, I'm just going to click off of it once, click on my heart, and I'm just going to drag a copy down because I'll be using that later. And now I can select both my bitmap and my heart. My heart is to the front, and going down here I'm going to click on this button that's called Subtract, and when I click on it you can see that the inside has been subtracted from the bitmap. If I move this over here, you can see that it really is see-through. So that's perfect. That's exactly what I want. And now I can actually just move it over here. Once I'm happy with the placement, I'm just going to make it a tiny bit smaller, not too small, just a bit. And what I want to do now is put it right between there. Next, I want to go over here and click on this portion. And I'm actually going to drag another copy. And with this copy right here, I'm going to make sure that it's transparent for the fill. And for the outline, I want that to be red. I also want the line to be thicker, and I want plastic number 8 applied to it. So let's just thicken this just a little bit more. Now I can place this on top of this frame, and actually we'll make it just a little bit thinner because I actually want the words "I love you" to show through, or what I could do is just make this a little bit smaller. Once I'm happy with the placement, I'm just going to click on this rectangle over here, and what I want to do is place it right over these words, and I just want it to go right about up to here. Once that's done, I'm going to send it to the back. I'm going to go to Color, go to Transparency, go to the outline, make it red, make it a little bit thicker, and then apply plastic number 8 to it. Make that even thicker, I guess. Perfect. Now I also need to have the outline. I also need it to basically have a color fill on the inside, because when I create this photo frame, I don't want the photo to have to come through this portion here. I want all of this stuff to be sort of invisible to the frame. So I need to fill this with a color. In order to do that, all I need to do is click on my rectangle yet again, copy it. Now that I've got my copy, I'm going to go to Color and send this to the front, and I'm just going to color it white. And I'm going to place this back on top of the image. I'm going to send it to the back, and now I can use any effect I want. So I'll go into Animals again, and I want a softer effect. So I'm going to click on the effect called Makeup, and now Makeup is sent to the back. Once I'm happy with the placement of that, I'm going to click on this heart, and then I'm going to make it transparent, make the line red. I'm going to go into Effects, go to Plastic, and I want to make this plastic 8, go to Line and thicken it. And now that it's not thick enough. Now that it's a nice thick size, I'm going to place this on top of my other heart. Now the next thing I want to do is make sure this is sent forward, so I'll just click on to Front. And I want to remove the color on the inside of the heart, and I want to actually make it transparent. So to do that, I'm going to just click on this portion, which is the background, and just to make sure I have it, I'm just going to drag it. And now that it's been confirmed that I have it, I'm going to click on Undo. And this time, while that is selected, I'm going to click on the eraser. Now, no matter what I erase on this page, the only thing that's going to get erased is the background. You don't want to start over here, because if you do and you let go, you'll see you've erased the background. But you've also erased the sections that are nice. So undo that. And now all you're going to erase is around this area, and don't worry if you're drawing over the heart, because it's not noticeable when you're finished. I'm just going to click on Select, and I'm just going to show you what this looks like. As you can see, I have erased the inside of this. I'm just going to click on Undo, and so now this heart is see-through. Once I'm happy with that, I can click on my grouped up words, which are right here. Let's just make sure I do have the words. Yes, I do. Undo. And now if I wanted to, I could apply another effect, so maybe plastic number 8. If I didn't like that effect, I could try a different effect altogether, maybe plastic 1, or I could just go to none and not apply any effect at all. Once I'm happy with all of this, all I need to do is select the entire frame and then drag it into my frames area. And just wait for the software to create the frame. So now that the frame's been created, I can select this frame here on screen and I can delete it. And now I can drag my brand new frame onto my screen, go into Photos, and I can apply my photograph, which will instantly snap into my frame. I can also crop it now, make it larger, move it around, click off of my image, and there I have a very quick, fun photo frame that I created in Digital Scrapbook Artist. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me. My email address is lovemyzombie@yahoo.ca.